Hello everyone, John here. I just wanted to give a shout out and a thank you to one of my frequent viewers that gave me this t-shirt. Thank you, Marley. I love this t-shirt. What do you think, everybody? Put a comment if you think it's a great t-shirt. Now on to today's video. Some 1950s sci-fi films I enjoyed as a kid, but were not good enough to make my top 7 list. The first film is Earth vs. the Flying Saucers, 1956. As a kid, what's not to like about this film? Aliens arrive on Earth and lots of action ensues. Fire! The aliens have force fields to protect their ships, ray guns to blast any threats, mind absorption techniques, and spy drones to get all the information they need. Of course, plenty of great shots of flying saucers blasting everything in sight. Ray Harryhouse does great special effects work in this film. The humans find a way to fight back, but even when they down a flying saucer, death and destruction occurs. The movie was filmed in black and white. Beginning, I think, around the 1980s, some old black and white films began to be colorized. There was some controversy regarding it, and some critics called it vandalism. As I talk about more films, some of the clips I'm about to show are going to be in color. See if you can determine which were filmed in color and which were colorized at a later date. The next film is Invaders from Mars, 1953. This movie creeped me out at the beginning because there's scenes where people are sucked down into the sand. There were little insects around where I lived called antlions that would dig little pits in the sand that would catch anything that fell into the pit and suck out all their juices from them. I thought that was happening to the people in the movie. But no antlions, just aliens capturing people to implant mind control devices to help with their invasion of Earth. A clue for the third film. Can you guess what it is? The next film is I Married a Monster from Outer Space, 1958. Aliens are again capturing people, but they don't send the people back out into the world under mind control, but instead keep them captured, wired up, and the aliens imitate the men they've captured. There are a number of interesting special effects throughout the whole film. As a kid, I appreciated that the dogs were an essential part to defeating the aliens. They were pretty good actors, too. Good dog. That'll teach those sneaky aliens. For film number 4, there are multiple clues following. See if you can guess what it is. My first guess is from Venus. You have a few dollars. Here's a few dollars more. Did you figure it out? My fourth choice is It Conquered the World, 1956. This film has some good actors in it, including Lee Van Cleef, who is cooperating with an alien from Venus. He was the actor in The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, and A Few Dollars More. Another good actor in the film was Peter Graves, who played a scientist who did not trust the alien and fought back against its efforts. Long before the Tom Cruise films, Peter Graves starred in a very popular TV series called Mission Impossible. Dick Miller, a character actor that started out with Roger Corman, is in this film and I like him. It's a low-budget film and people make fun of the alien, but I think he's kind of evil, creepy looking. Now a clue for the 5th film. See if you can figure out what it's about.
Devours everything. Bones, flesh, marrow, everything.
They're coming! Open the gate! Open the gate!
The film is the 1959 The Killer Shrews. It's a type of film I like where a group of people are trapped, and if there were only one enemy, they could deal with it. But the problem is there's just so many of the things. It has a similar appeal to me to later zombie films. Trapped in a building, where should they make their last stand? How can they utilize what resources are at hand to survive?
I'll tell you, we'll pile some of those crates up over there. The roof's our last chance. Help me, Doctor.
Can you find a spot to hide from them and outlast them? Should you even stay or flee to try to find a better site? what do? Film number 6 is The Blob. This film stars a young Steve McQueen who's a very good, charismatic actor. Unlike the aliens in the previous films, the alien in this arrives in a meteor and not a spaceship. It's not intelligent with advanced technology, but it's just as dangerous as the previous aliens. A riddle for you. What does Steve McQueen and the Blob have in common other than being in this film? Think about it, and I'll give you the answer later. The Blob absorbs people, and with each new victim increases in size. What, if anything, can be done to stop it? Did that give you a hint to the answer to the riddle? And the answer to the riddle is...
cooler.
They're flying it to the Arctic.
The next film is It, The Terror from Beyond Space, 1958. When a spaceship lands on another planet, an alien creature sneaks aboard. What's up with these old movies, the astronauts smoking cigarettes on their spaceships? Don't they know it can be bad for their health? The people are unaware that the creature is on board until the ship is already in flight and are being killed one by one. The creature hides inside the air shafts and can strike at any moment as a crew member crawls around inside the air shafts. The limited weapons they have are powerless against the creature. What can they do to stop it? Does the plot sound sort of reminiscent to a more recent movie? Some film critic was saying how original that film was. I was so excited to go see it and then disappointed when I saw it. I was like, what did that guy watch as a kid?
What are they?
The amorphic cell structures have expanded to...
They're using his body for a breeding ground.
The previous clip was from the film Night of the Blood Beast, 1958. There's a third film that goes in under a variety of names. I saw it under the name Planet of the Vampires, 1965. A spaceship lands on a desolate planet and finds a derelict spaceship with a huge alien skeleton. That critic, what did he study in film school?
Rosebud.
Hey, kid. The next film is Teenagers from Outer Space, 1959. Now, this film is the lowest of low for budgets. Meager special effects and acting. I put this in for one thing and one thing only. I saw this at the Saturday matinee when I was very young, first or second grade. There was no blood and guts violence on television. The Lone Ranger would shoot the gun out of his enemy's hands. In this film, when the people got shot, all that was left was a skeleton, so I was amazed by it when I saw this as a kid. Even as a kid, I realized how they were doing it with special effects, but I didn't care. I just thought it was great that they were doing it. I didn't mind it when they did it to the people, but I didn't like it when they did it to the poor dog. The movies originally filmed in color are The Blob and Invaders from Mars. I know it can get hot sometimes.
But stay frosty.